Hot off the presses.
Mm-hmm.
The Handmaid's Tale sequel series has been announced. It's going to be the Foot Butler story. No, it's actually going to be called The Testicles. That's not right either. It's called The Testaments.
It's called Current America. Hey, welcome back to our Stupid Reaction. I'm Corbin.
I'm Rick.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter for more juicy content.
Juiciness is dripping out of your juicy holes.
On Patreon, follow us.
I want to touch your juicy holes. Back off, pal.
Welcome back. Today, we have another reason why it's Basil Joseph's world and we're just living in it.
Yep. Step aside, Fafa.
This is his trailer. I think it's the one that it was like based off of like I set like this college room on fire.
Right.
Remember that?
I do.
I think this is that trailer.
Okay.
Javina Thomas either is producing in it
Or directing or standing off to the side, giving everybody a thumbs up.
Uh-huh.
It's called Maranamass.
Here we go.
Okay. That was cute.
ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റിൽ തന്നെ സമർത്ഥനായ അന്വേഷണ ഉദ്യോഗസ്ഥൻ അജയ് രാമേന്ദ്രൻ ഈ കേസ് ഏറ്റെടുത്ത് അന്വേഷണം ആരംഭിച്ചു.
Oh. Angry young star.
നമ്മുടെ പോലീസ് സ്റ്റേഷനിലെ ഫോട്ടോ എടുത്ത് ഓയിലെടുത്തിട്ട് വിൽക്കാൻ നോക്കി കേസ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല.
പണ്ട് കുട്ടികളുടെ ഭാവിക്ക് വേണ്ടി നമ്മുടെ സ്കൂളിന് തീയിടാൻ പറഞ്ഞവളാണ് ഞാൻ. പക്ഷെ സ്റ്റാഫ് റൂം മാത്രമേ കത്തിച്ചു.
ഡിസംബർ 16 എന്റെ കല്യാണം. ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു നാറ് ഈ കല്യാണം മുടക്കാൻ നോക്കിയാൽ ജിക്കു നിന്റെയൊക്കെ നെഞ്ചത്തൂടെ ബസ്.
നാട്ടിൽ ഭീതി പരത്തിയ സീരിയൽ കില്ലറെ ജീവനോടെയോ അല്ലാതെയോ പിടിച്ചു നൽകുന്നവർക്ക് 10 ലക്ഷം രൂപ പാരിതോഷികം പ്രഖ്യാപിക്കുകയാണ്.
കൊലച്ചിരിയുടെ ഓളങ്ങളിൽ ചോര കൊണ്ട് കവിത രചിക്കാം. ഒരു തേങ്ങലിന്റെ അക്കത്ത് ചുറ്റിക കൊണ്ട് ചുരറ്റിയടിക്കാം. നീ മരിച്ചതായി ഞാൻ കൊന്നതായി
മൊയലർച്ച
തിരയില്ലാ ചോരക്കടലിൽ മരണത്തിൻ തോണി തൊഴിയാം. പുനർജന്മങ്ങളിൽ നീ ദൂരെ നിന്നും ഞാൻ വെച്ചിട്ടു.
നീ എവിടെ ഇരുന്നു? അവിടെ കൊടും വയലൻസ് നടക്കാൻ പോ. അത് കണ്ട നീ പേടിക്കും. പെണ്ണെ നീ തീയാകുന്നു. തീ പൊള്ളിപ്പോയി. ശാപം. ചിരിച്ചേ.
I don't know. Maybe. Could be a stretch. There may be some humor. Hot take. It might have some humor. That was a great trailer.
That looked awesome.
Great trailer. I love the constant angry superstar, sad superstar.
Shout out to the editing team of the trailer, syncing a bunch of quirky clips from the movie and with the audio.
Yeah, liked it.
I liked it a lot. Yep. Basil, he's so funny, man, because he's a great director. He's a really, really good actor, but he is one of those actors that I think he's more in the Tom Hanks style of actor. You're always going to see Tom Hanks. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You're always going to see him.
All right.
And he usually plays similar style of characters. They play themselves. We were just talking about Jabby the other day.
Yeah.
There's certain actors that just play themselves.
They're themselves whenever.
I don't think he wants to, though. I think he's one of those actors that always plays himself, or like you always see Basil.
Right.
But he plays so many different kinds of Basil.
Yeah. That's true.
Because like Fafa, he's a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
He can turn into whatever you need him to.
Yeah.
I'm always going to see Basil, but I'm going to love it.
Yeah.
Because he wants to play these different, weird, quirky, different kind of characters. And I love that about it. I love, like, he might not be like the most shape-shifting style of actor, but he'll try it.
Yeah.
And he usually succeeds in terms of, like, at least enjoyment of the movie, I think, a lot.
Yeah.
That's just the vibe I get from him. But he's obviously, in terms of multi-talented director-actors, easily top 3.
Absolutely,
in
he
India.
is. My only thing here is we're almost assuredly not going to
No.
get this, and it'll
Unfortunately
be a
not.
watch along in a while.
Could be a fun watch along, though.
I think it would be a fun watch along, and if producers want to send us something while it's in theaters, we'll watch it and keep it safe.
But yeah, that's usually kind of how it goes. Unfortunately, with Malayali films, unless it's Lucifer too, of course.
Yeah.
Which we got at a theater that we had never gotten an Indian film at. Ever.
True.
I'd never seen an Indian film. It was at the Van Nuys one.
Nope. That's the first time we went there. I like that theater.
Yeah. Which is crazy being in Van Nuys.
Yeah.
Because that's not usually the nicest part of town.
No. Has a history for that.
A
Long way back.
Long history of not being the best.
Yeah.
But that looked like a lot of fun, man. Looked Malayali, looked Basil. Who do you think is the most talented director, actor?
Well, let's just set Kamal Hassan up on the shelf where he belongs.
Okay, fine. In my head, it's currently between him.
Are we talking just in this industry? Or are we talking all industries?
All industries. Him, Anurag, of course. You got Farhan.
I was just going to, that's who was in my head right now, is Farhan Akhtar.
Yeah. So what, in terms of
Anurag.
who is the best director and best actor? Like in terms of like the combo. They're all really good. Honestly,
got Danush in
currently-
there.
Yeah, he's starting to be in there just because he's starting to do the directing. So yeah,
It's hard to.
Basil's been doing the most unique stuff lately, though.
He has, but as far as the my cup of tea kinds of things that I watch that I've seen really good, believable performances, and the directing is off the charts is Anurag.
But granted, the best actor of them all is going to be Farhan.
Correct.
Unless you're including Danush, then they'd be closer, obviously.
Yeah. Danush and Farhan are right there side by side.
I'm sure we're forgetting.
I know we're forgetting
sure
some
we're
folks, but
forgetting
that's
somebody.
off the top of the head.
In Tamil is obviously Kamal, of course.
Yeah, I mean, no one's touching
I
Kamal
don't
Hassan.
think S.S. Rajamouli has been a big actor in anything. Normani Ratnam.
Yeah, I don't believe they have.
Zoya, I don't think.
No.
X.
Obviously, Sanjay Leela Bhansali and Vishal, they don't. And
Did
the lady director, I don't know of any of the lady directors that direct and act.
Did Satyajit Ray ever act in this movie?
I don't believe he did.
Best.
Now, there's probably some from the past we're forgetting as well.
Actors.
And there may be some actors that we didn't realize directed. But Anurag, he hasn't directed something in a little bit compared to what he's been doing with his acting. So, yeah, Farhan's kind of hard not to. The guy is a solid actor. He can sing, he can dance, he's a very good director. But if we're talking the best of the best that are alive and working today, it's Kamal Hassan, and there isn't even a close second.
How many movies did he direct, though?
Kamal? I have no idea.
But you think his superior acting outweighs even if it's just 2 or 3 films?
It's hard to,
Because you can say the same thing about Anurag. The amount of great directing he's done
Yeah.
to limited acting. That's where
Yeah.
becomes interesting. Basil is just currently the hottest thing on
Yeah. And Dinesh,
India
man.
surfaces, and Dinesh is just killing it so far.
Yeah.
Did his film come out?
Have any of the big names that we know primarily as directors, I mean as actors, directed some stuff as well? Maybe one or two. For example, Mohanlal. Have those gentlemen directed something in the past and we just aren't aware of
sure.
that? I'm sure.
Sure.
It's hard for me to imagine for some reason Mahmoodi not having directed something.
Maybe he just has no interest, but
He
maybe
may
he might
not.
have. Obviously, he's done what 500 pieces of movie.
You know what I would do? It'd be a fun, interesting thing to do. I think it'd be fun to co-direct, like the brothers do. All you name them. I think it would be fun to co-direct something.
I don't.
You would hate it.
I don't. I don't think that would be fun
I would.
at all.
I would love that.
Obviously, I'm sure they have different, and that's why it's usually brothers because they've grown
Yeah.
up together and they know each other, or
Yeah.
a sister, or like it's usually people that have been together their entire life. They're just
And know each other really, really well.
we've always done this.
yes,
It's kind of just how we work.
The reason that popped into my head because that's something that Scott and I were talking about, not in regard to directing, but writing a treatment about something together. He and I, our brains are very much the same, and I think that would be a lot of fun. But yeah, what do you guys think? You've probably put it in the comments already. I bet there's somebody we're missing.
Yeah, co-directing doesn't sound fun.
Rima Das doesn't act, right?
No, what happened to Village Rockstars 2? Did it come out?
I think it's still coming out.
I'd love to see that.
Kulki hasn't directed anything. I feel like she could and would. Why do I feel like Kulki Caitlin is one of the ladies that would absolutely knock it out of the park if she's helmed a film? Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys have to let us know. Anyways, that looked awesome.
Yep.
Can't wait to watch it. You guys let us know what you thought about it and anything else we need to know down below.